I do believe this looks like home. What's going on, everybody? I'm Xogue, and I am finally back on YouTube. Finally doing a video. And as you may have noticed, I don't have an intro. Nothing official anyway. I'm not sure what I put at the beginning of the video. Probably nothing, maybe something. I don't know. But anyway, I'm back after a long thing, and I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail about why or anything like that. All I'm going to say is that my YouTubing is not a job for me. I don't make enough on it, so I had to work a lot. You know, real life comes first when you can't actually make a living on something, so it's a hobby, and you have to put it aside sometimes to focus on life, and that's why I was gone for so long. But I'm back now. I finally have a little bit of extra room in my schedule, I guess you could say, for stuff. So we're going to go ahead and jump back into this right away. Now, there are a couple of differences from last time I recorded. Granted, it's been a while, so the chances of anybody actually recognizing that my voice is different is very, very slim. And not that it matters. You can still hear me okay. Everything is still fine. It's just things moved around on my desk. It's been a while. You know, I got a new mouse, which is very loud. I got a new keyboard, which is kind of loud. And everything is close together. So my mouse and my keyboard are right next to my microphone. So it's really, really loud. But the bottom line is that I used to care so much about everything all the time, no matter what. You know, this had to be perfect. This had to be perfect. I would cut the train noises out. I'd cut this other stuff. I would focus so much on rearranging my desk that you could barely hear the sounds, or I'd get it as well as good as I could. And I stressed myself out so much with trying to make the best possible video that I could. And I think they did turn out pretty good, but it also, I think, took away a little bit of the fun factor for me, and which kind of translated into the fun factor for you guys. So I'm trying to ignore all that this time. I'm just going to roll with it. You're going to hear noises in the background. Fine, whatever. You're going to hear my keyboard and mouse. Whatever. What's up, Turtle? Hey, how's it going, buddy? You can still hear my sounds and the game sounds above the noises in the background, so it's not really that big of a deal. And it's just kind of, this is the way it's going to be. Now, another thing that's different is that I am using the default textures. It's because, for those of you who don't know, which very, very slim amount of you wouldn't have known, but the textures in Minecraft actually changed. They changed the default textures, and they are now implemented in this version, 1.14, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that, newest version, vanilla Minecraft. And we're going to use them. I don't ever use default textures. You guys know this. Well, some of you know this. And I just wanted to experience them, at least for one series, before we go and change them all over again and la-di-da-di-da, whatever. We're just going to play with the default ones, at least for a while. I'm not sure how it's going to be later on, but we're going to stick it out as long as we can with the default textures. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. I think that was the fastest sum up I've ever done in the beginning of a video. And for those of you who don't give a crap, I'm sorry, but it should be over pretty close to now. What we're going to do is I'm going to make myself a little boat, and we're going to swim, okay? We're going to boat somewhere. And a little disclaimer is that, yes, this is 1.14, which means this is a new version. Came out, I think, as of recording, at the time of recording, it came out yesterday. So, yeah. New stuff. But the thing is, I didn't play much with 1.13, so I have like 2 versions of new things to figure out. I did do a little bit of the water stuff. There was a series I started, but it didn't last very long. I did the conduit underwater thing. I understand some of the basic concepts, but there are going to be gaps in my knowledge as far as the new stuff. So bear with me when I figured things out, when I find new stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool, and you guys have known about it for like 2 years. You'd be like, dude, that was there already. And just bear with me, because it's all new and fresh to me, and it's fantastic, and I love it. So I'm going to experience it, and experiment with it. Yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, So the idea of where we are is this is an island, as you can tell. This is a seed I actually found online. This is not a randomly generated seed. This is one I found online. And there are a couple reasons for why I do this. I usually choose the seed mainly because I like specific starting points. I like to know where I'm starting. I like to know what's in the area. So that way I don't have to spend hours of exploration figuring out where everything is. I can just take you right to it, and it trims out a lot of the recording time. It trims out a lot of everything, and it's so much easier that way, and so much less time consuming, which, as you know, as I've mentioned, I'm kind of busy, so I kind of need that. As well as I like to make sure the seed that I'm using has everything that I want to use. For example, here, there is an ocean monument somewhere nearby. I'm not sure where, but the description of the seed that I found online says it's like 200 something something, 200 185 from the notes that I'm doing. So we're talking this way and this way. So off in that distance, there's an ocean monument, or theoretically there is. I don't know if there is for sure. But the other thing is that I found an excellent starting point, and I'm going to get over there real quick. The coordinates are 1050 and 825. It is something really, really cool. Almost exactly what I was looking for. So I'm going to hop over there. We're going to see what was going on. I'm also going to get set up a little bit, probably dig a little bit of a mine, get some stone tools. Just a couple of little things here and there. And when we come back, I'll show you what I got and what I did. And just because we're passing it on our way to where we're going, there is indeed an ocean monument right here, which is excellent because that means the seed is most likely accurate. Although I need to go around so I don't get shot off my boat. That would be really, really bad. What is that? There's a thing down there. What is this thing? I want to experience this thing, but I want to get home and sleep first. What is that? Is it like an underwater tree or something? What the crap? Oh, no, it's a shipwreck. It didn't look like a boat. It looked like a tree. I don't know. Whatever. You get the idea. But let me get home. Let me start setting up some stuff, and then we'll worry about exploration, which we will be doing a bunch of. Because I don't know everything about the seed. I just know a couple little nuggets of information. The rest is still a question mark, and we're going to figure it all out, too. I do believe this looks like home. Now, we are in a village, which you probably have guessed that we were going to come up to a village at some point. I mean, it's pretty obvious with the update that we're in right now, the whole Village and Pillage update situation, that we would definitely do something with villages. We're going to live in one. Now they have, well, maybe not in one. I haven't exactly decided if we're going to tear down the village or we're going to extend it or something along those lines. I don't know if I'm skilled enough a builder to actually blend in with what is already here. So I might have to tear it down and build the entire thing in my own style. I don't think their buildings are bad, and I am so glad that they changed them up drastically. They have a lot of cool looking stuff here. A lot of decorations that would be interesting. I don't know what building this is, but it's got like carpets and stuff. What are you? Oh, are you a crafting bench? No, you're a weapons thing. Or what is this? Can I break it? I think it's wood. I think I can break it, but I don't want to break it. Oh, I need a bed. I need to find a bed soon. There are beds in these places. Oh, perfect. Hello. Maybe this will be my starting house. We'll make this my starting house, perhaps. Mayhaps. And we'll mark it somehow. That would be my bed. I have claimed it. No other villager shall enter my home. Please. Anyway. So, you guys get the idea. We're here in a village. And the reason I think this is the perfect spot is because it's a village on water. And like I said, the last two updates I haven't really experienced much of. So we're going to blend the two, okay? The last one, 113, was all about water. And we're going to go underwater. We're going to do a bunch of underwater stuff. But we're also going to do village stuff. So I think most likely, and I don't know for sure, but most likely underwater is going to be safe-ish from the whole village or pillage concept. But we will have to worry about drown getting to our villagers. Which is kind of unfortunate, but it's, you know, it is what it is. So we're going to have to worry whether we're above ground or not. But I want a village that is both above ground and underwater, all at the same time. Just some buildings underwater, some buildings over you know, on land and everything. And we'll have to worry about the village and pillage aspect and the underwater threat aspect. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be pretty cool. But first, and I did say I was going to bring it back after I got like my wood tools and everything, or my stone tools. But it is what it is. I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. This is a very big village. It's not, maybe not very big. I don't know how big they usually get, but it's a pretty decent sized village. It's not a small one. It's pretty good. It's okay. And we're just gonna go ahead and explore. We're gonna talk to some of these guys. We're gonna use them as pawns and puppets in our plans. We're gonna steal some and make them, I don't know, shop owners or whatever. And it's gonna be a grand old time. It's gonna be amazing if we can make it how I want to make it. And of course, I'm going to need your help with all of it. So any ideas, any suggestions that you have at any point in time, throw them into the comments, because I read all of them. I respond to all of them, and I'm going to use any ideas that I see down there and I like. So that's just kind of the deal. Now, that said, oh, hi, kitty. Are you a cat or an ocelot? Do they look different? I read that they separated them, the cats and the ocelots. You're meowing. I'm guessing you're a cat. You can tame cats. I don't know. You get the idea. Anyway, so this is going to be our little house for now. And I'm going to go get some stuff done. That's what's going to happen now. Oh, and yes, I'm leaving on the music for now because why not? If it happens to be some kind of an issue with monetization on YouTube, then I'll turn them off, but eh. And I was about to say, first challenge. We have 2 trees over here. Just the 2. And then, lo and behold, I climb a mountain and there's a forest like right over there. We can always get our wood from there. But we do want to make sure we can reproduce whatever wood we're going to use. So up here is going to be our foresty area. So I'm going to clear off the grass and start planting some trees. But we do have a couple to start with, so hopefully we get a couple of saplings. We don't have to worry about anything. Ow, my feet. I also need to clear out a little bit of the room here because the road is currently obstructed with hay bales. I'm not sure the purpose behind that, but it's not very cool. So, yeah, they're going to be removed. And here's the start of the mine. The mine might be today's project. We might see if we can make it look good, decorate it a little bit, maybe put a couple of miners down there and see what happens. But we're going to have to do some decorating, I think. We're going to do some stuff today. But first I need to get some wood. Because, yeah. I found diamonds! Diamonds. Yes. Diamonds. First diamonds of the game. Which is absolutely fantastic, and I love it. We also got a bunch of redstone, got a bunch of this. Oh my goodness, more diamonds. Hello. Probably just a continuation of the other vein. But still. I thought I only got 2, but instead I have 4, which is really good. It means we can do a pickaxe, which means we can then mine obsidian, which means we can go to the nether, which is awesome for many reasons, none of which we're going to worry about right now. Yeah. Okay, so the idea behind what we're doing down here is that we're making a mine. Simple concept. More difficult execution because of what I want to do with it. This is going to be a I trapped myself in because I don't have any more building blocks. I didn't do that. Okay, we'll just light it up and we'll call it a day for now. So, I want to turn this into the villager mine, basically. And this is what we've got so far. I have a bed down here just so if I look up and be like, oh, it's nighttime. Because before I came up here when it was nighttime, it's like, yeah, I only have a little way to go right there. We're good. We're all fine. Everything's good. I'll just run over here and I'll go in here and I'll go to sleep. And I saw a creeper, right? As I was going to sleep, I saw a creeper. He couldn't get to me. He didn't blow up in here or anything. But as soon as I left, I knew he was over there, so I circled around like this. And I saw him right here, and I go to attack him. And then I just hear a hissing noise. So I turn over, and there was a creeper, and it goes, kaboom! And then this guy had, you know, because I was freaking out and everything about that explosion, this guy had snuck up on me and go, kaboom! So there's a big hole here, and there was one big hole here. And it blew up the stairs and some of the building, and yeah, it wasn't good. So I was like, all right, you know what? We'll just put a bed down below. We'll just call that a day. It's a thing. But what we want to do, we want to make this a mine for our villagers, and there's a couple things we need to do. Number one, the first thing is that we need to clear out the area. We need to clear this whole area out, because we're going to mainly work on the entrance. The hallway thingamajig itself, it's going to change. I'm not exactly sure how. Granted, I don't know how the entrance is going to look either. We're kind of winging this today. We're kind of winging it. But it is what it is. So we want to clear out the area a little bit. And I'm going to kind of take it all down and make it all flat. And then I'm going to build it back up in some kind of a way. And hopefully by the time I'm done tearing everything down, I will have an idea for some stuff. It does, however, mean we have to take down this building, which is kind of unfortunate because this building's kind of cool. But it's not cool enough to keep. You know? You're cool, building. You're cool, but not cool enough. Sorry. But I do have a little bit of iron here. I just showed you the diamonds. Got a little bunch of coal, actually. I'm good on coal. Redstone dust here. I have been kind of planting a little bit of food over here in our little garden place. Who left the door open? You don't leave doors open here. Don't you know there's bad guys that can come and kill you? Huh? George? Fred? Frank? What's your name? You all look... Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, you get the idea. So, especially when it's coming nighttime. Man, you guys are really suicidal, aren't you? Sheesh. But here's my garden of food where we grow things to eat after I'm done cooking them. And guys, I'm excited. I'm just like all around a happy person. Just in general. Today, I would say today more so, but just kind of the recent history more so than anything else. You see, I met somebody. I know. I'm breaking the fourth wall. But I met a girl, and I like this girl. Now, there's a lot of complicated stuff with this girl. We can't officially be together yet, but we're hanging out a lot, and it's really, really cool. So, yeah, shout out to her. You're welcome. Now, she'll get the reference. So, anyway, I'm just kind of happy, and that's why I'm kind of excited right now, because I think she's coming over later. But I'm trying to work some stuff out, all right? I'm trying to work it out in my head. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. But like I said, I need to tear this all down. Dude, what is wrong with you? That's what I thought. I gotta tear all this down first. Hey, Steve. What are you doing, man? Oh, I know I have my sword on. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to threaten you. I'm your buddy. I'm your friend. Yeah. Yeah, please don't punch me in the face. Your fists are made of iron, and I feel like they would really hurt. So please don't hit me. You can't fit through that door, man. What are you doing? Anyway, so what we want to do with this area over here is actually kind of turn it into a mine of sorts. And in my mind, okay, in my mind, a mine is built into the ground, and it's like laid flat. It's not really like an entrance into the side of a mountain, which is why I think they always look weird to me. So we're actually going to kind of roughen this up a bit, if that's even a word. Roughen? I think maybe it is. I think it probably, I don't know. Anyway, but you get the idea. We're going to make this an odd shape. This is like step one. We're going to make this a weird looking shape, okay? And it's going to be, oh, look, it broke. Oh, look, I have a diamond one. Wonderful. Which means I also break things faster, and a diamond shovel. It's a thing. It's totally a thing. All right. Anyway, you get the idea. So we're gonna make this pretty big for this layer. We're gonna have a multiple layered thing. Let's see how big, because I might actually have to push this mountain back. I did a lot of terraforming here, as you can see, and then we'll go down the next layer down here. A little more. We want it to be not so organic. It needs to be, or we want it to be organic. We want it to not look structured or planned at all. This is just a random hole that these villagers have dug to allow them to get down into the hole to start mining some stuff down here. So it's got to be weird, random shaped. I found iron. Wonderful. Digging down, so bad. Don't ever do it. Okay. So give me this back, just for now, just so we can kind of do this methodically. I'm going to fill that hole back in, even though some of it will be mined back out. Yeah, that's pretty good for that layer. We'll go down to here. And then I think maybe we need some kind of an entrance or something. Because we do eventually want to go into like the stairway that we've dug. I mean, that's the whole point, right? Is that they need to get down into this little stairway thing. So we're going to go down a little further here. What would they use as stairs? We could do like random ladders and stuff, I suppose. Because, you know, they're not going to be jumping out of the hole. They're going to have some kind of a way out of their hole. I'm trying to think of what they would use. I don't know. But while I'm thinking of that, we do also want to replace all of this sand stuff. Because while we are kind of on a beach and around water, we don't want it to be that kind of a theme. I don't, rather. We want it to be stone-like, right? They dug and burrowed through dirt and grime and stone and stuff. So, yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, so we're going to replace a lot of this sandy-like stuff and even most of the dirt. There's going to be some dirt, I think. Coarse dirt. Not exactly sure how much. Probably not a whole lot, I'm thinking. Because it's a mine. You're digging through stone mostly, right? That's where all the ores and good stuff are going to be. So we want to cover up all of this orange. Orange? That's not orange. It's like a tan color-ish. We want to cover all of this stuff up. We don't want this color here at all. So we're going to do something along these lines. And then we're going to take some of our stuff here. And we're going to have some regular smooth stone. We're definitely going to have some cobble as well. Yeah, we'll put some there too. Because a lot of this is also going to be covered up here. And we can kind of do something like so. Yes, my mouse is loud. I know. Now I just brought attention to it. So you guys are like, whoa, wait a minute. It really is loud. Holy crap. I wasn't paying attention to it till you said something. Anyway. So, I want to see what this looks like. I want to see if this will fit into the theme a little bit. And I'm thinking maybe this is what kind of shows up after they've kind of organized a little bit. But they're not there because that just makes it look too, I don't know. It's a little bit weird, I think. A little weird. So I'm going to keep shaping this a little bit, just kind of giving it a little bit of definition. I'm going to replace some of the blocks. I'm going to do some creative stuff to this hole to make it look like these villagers just started digging a hole down. Like maybe they found some kind of ore sitting right here in the middle of the hole. So they started the hole and they were like, you know what? Let's keep going. And then they burrowed all the way down to the bottom. And that's kind of what I'm going for with this. Because our entrance is probably not actually going to be this. We're going to have like a, I don't know, an elevator or ladder or something that goes all the way down to our own mine where we actually are going to get our supplies. Because this is just going to take way too long to get down there. But it's going to be our little secret entrance that we built aside from these guys. What is that on your face? What are you, dude? You're a cartographer. So you have a little eyepiece. You have an eye thing on. That's kind of cool, man. Can I have it? If I killed you, would you drop it? Probably not. I think it's part of your skin. But anyway, you get the idea. I'm going to do a little bit of work. We're going to see what I come up with. Alright, so here's what we're working with now. This is our little hole in the ground that has been decorated. And now it makes that little thing down there look really not how it's supposed to. So we need to roughen this up, actually. And what's going to end up happening is now, what I'm thinking, because of course plans change as you're doing things, we're not going to even use this. I was planning to actually use this. Like I was going to have my own entrance into, you know, the bottom of this place. But not anymore. We're going to have a different mine somewhere else that's more hidden. This is the obvious one that the villagers are using. This is where they get their supplies. But for us, ours is going to be hidden. It's probably going to be underwater. We're going to have a little, you know, bubble vader sucking me down into the mine or something. But, yeah. So, all the way down here, like the outsides of... Oh, I got to go sleep. The outsides of this, it needs to be roughened up. It can't be a straight tunnel like I made. Which is kind of unfortunate because it took a little while to actually set that kind of a little hallway thing up. And now I have to ruin it. But at least I'm ruining it on purpose and it's not like some other kind of thing. Let's get some cobble. I have some regular stuff. I do need some more cobble. Do not need that many stairs. That's because I just kind of dug up all my stairs. But I do need cobble. Let's get some andesites good. A couple of you guys. Some more you guys, I guess. Why not? We can always get more of this stuff later as well. I think I cooked up a bunch more stone. Oh yeah, my potatoes. I forgot about my potatoes. Oh good, I can eat my last carrot. And then put my potatoes there. Good. Okay. But you get the idea. We need to go ahead and just kind of... I don't... It doesn't need to be big. So it's okay. I don't have to dig out anything. I actually need to fill in a bit. And it's got to be more random and weird. It has to be enough for the villagers to get through everything. But not... It doesn't have to be huge. As big as we made it already. So it's going to be okay, I think. But basically, I'm going to go down, and I'm just going to kind of fill in a little bit of this stuff that I had already dug out. And I might chip certain areas out just to kind of give it... If I can do it right, it won't look like a straight tunnel anymore. Like, obviously, it still does because we have the top part here. We have this stuff on the sides. But if I, for example, if I build up a lot over here, right? And then over on this side, I build up a lot here... then it will actually give a little bit of the impression. Of course, we have to do the same for the top as well. But it will kind of fake the impression that we actually have to go down over to the left and then over to the right to get by, which kind of gives it a little bit of a windy kind of feel. And that's... we want it to look rough. We want it to be like the miners from this village, that they had to find the softer spots in stone, if that's even a real thing. I don't know, but that's kind of idea that I want to go for. So I'm going to try to do this, kind of roughen this up. I'm also thinking that we're going to end up... I need to take this out because this looks like marble. I kind of want to split the tunnel as well for them. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to do that again all the way down there. But I think I'm going to do another, maybe half as long, go down in a different direction here. So this whole room is going to stay split. Again, we're going to roughen it up a little bit. That's a really tall little cavernous thing. But, you know, we're going to roughen it up. But it's going to have two directions that the miners tried to go in. Maybe they found some kind of valuable material in this direction, then decided it was no longer worth it. So then they went down this side. That kind of a deal. But it's going to be pretty cool if I can do it right. So that's what I'm going to work on here now for the next few minutes. Or maybe 30 or 40 minutes. I don't actually know how long it's going to take me, but we're going to see. We're going to work on some of this stuff and actually try to get going with a few of these things here. Okay, so I have done quite a bit of work, all right? You already saw up here, and we have a couple final touches that I want to add. I do need slabs, though. I have a couple of those. Let's get some regular old slabs. Do I have any? Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right. So I want some of these guys, and I want some more of these guys. Now, slabs are kind of important to me for water situations. Because, for example, if we put a slab there, we can waterlog it, and it'll go straight down into the next slab that I place. Say here. Well, we can't really do here because then that'll go down too. How about we go like this? I can put a bucket of water down there, and theoretically, I do know my water mechanics, but I didn't really take a full look at that. Ouch. So if we look at this objectively, this will go down there, go there. Yes, the shortest path will be down into the water. So this won't go all the way down the stairs. It'll actually go into this little water pocket here, and it will stop. So we're good there. And then we have a little bit of a water situation here. We can actually use it to get up. I didn't even think about that until just now. But that'll work out pretty well. And the idea behind the water, okay, usually you don't have water in mines. But we are surrounded by an ocean, and water is everywhere, like all over the place. It is ridiculous. So there's gonna be points in this mine where our workers have broken through somewhere they probably should not have broken through. And how can we, well, I guess we can go down like so. Yeah, we can do that. Where our workers have broken through accidentally into portions of you know, the wall or the cave or whatever you want to call it and have struck water. But they've blocked it off in a way so that it does not completely obstruct what they're doing. So they don't have to worry about it so much. They're just going to be all right. We can just skip on by and boom. So this is pretty much the last touch. I'm probably only going to do maybe 2 or 3 of these. Probably put a little pocket of water here, even though it's not going to do much. I did go down over here. We're just going to say maybe there was some kind of a vein of some kind of material or mineral. Hello, iron. I will take you. There's some kind of a vein of, in this case, iron, apparently, that they mined out, and then that was it. They just decided to continue on their original path, and that's it. There's that. We're going to leave this empty as well. So we'll just leave that natural, kind of. And then we'll be good to go. Now, it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't quite look right to me, and I need your help in telling me what is wrong with it. What is it that I need to do to make this look better? Because I feel like it's missing something. I feel like it's off. And maybe it's just because I'm the one who dug this hole, but it's still, I mean, it's still a straight path down pretty much. It's pretty good though. It's okay. I mean, I could do a little bit more and just kind of chop out some of the side bits here, and that way it'll make it look a little more ragged and not so straight, which will probably do in a couple of spots, but I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to play with it a little bit in the future, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. But we're going to keep going with that. And yeah, that'll be a thing. I think this is, we're going to call this first project done for now. This is acceptable. We can let it sit here. We can move on to other things while you guys give me suggestions, whatever they may be. And whatever I think about at the same time. I'm going to finish off the little water spigots here. But other than that, we're just going to call that a day. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do hit that like button. And subscribe to see more. Because regardless of some of the breaks that I do take, I will always come back to YouTube. Always. I will be an 80-year-old man playing video games for YouTube. It's just kind of going to be a thing that's going to happen. I don't care. It's just, I love it too much. So, yes, do those things, and I will see you next time. See you later, guys and gals.